Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Kehl joining us now as we recap a wild Super Bowl, another victory for Andy Reid. Bryan, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Doing well. It's funny you make fun of those pixels. Literally 1 year ago, the Super Bowl happened, and the next Sunday we didn't have anything to watch, and so I put in the 2007 BYU versus Utah tape, and I thought my son would. I thought he would be all about it, and he lost interest in like 5 minutes because he couldn't even see the numbers on the jerseys. So it was needless to say, we've come a long way from the Mountain days.
Yes.
And it feels weird because like we were at school at the same time as you here, and it's like we didn't think otherwise. But nowadays you're like, yeah, we didn't know any better. 4x3, terrible pixels. It's so nice now. Would you have been a higher draft pick if you played now on ESPN in HD?
That is a great point, and you know what? I got robbed. I would have been at least second or third round. So much higher.
Dennis probably too.
Better.
Max would have been drafted. Austin would have gone higher. Yeah, everybody. Harvey would have been drafted. Yeah.
Hey, here's the technology and advancing, not just in TV pixelation, but the Cougars into the Big 12. We'll get to that in just a moment, but I do want to talk about the Super Bowl first, Bryan, and because you are a defensive guy, and you've had some bad calls made against you, and your team have been in similar situations. Was it defensive holding on the Eagles on that play?
You know, I mean, by the letter of the law, he grabbed him. Here's the thing. That happened. Basically, you can't play defense unless you get a little handsy. And you just literally, you can't do it. You can't cover anybody unless you get a little hands on there. And so the refs, they have to use discretion. And you know, everybody doesn't have a problem with the call being made, but it was the time of the game. You're talking crunch time in the biggest game of the season, and you make that call. And it wasn't, the ball was uncatchable. He wasn't going to get to it, and he didn't really restrict him that much. I have a problem with the call. They should not have thrown the flag.
Well, it was almost as bad as the turf in that game, which everyone was sliding around on skates. It was crazy. But the Chiefs win. Andy Reid, our guy, gets another one. We were just talking about how we have Steve Young as the greatest Coug in the NFL ever, and then we think Andy Reid's number 2. What's your opinion of that?
I think with this, Andy Reid leapfrogs him.
Wow.
And just with his longevity, with his longevity and winning 2, and honestly, they would have won it if they had a coin toss against the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. I mean, they would have rolled the Rams that year. So I mean, they're a coin toss away from another one. And then you just look at his track record and what he's done on 2 different teams. And I mean, the guy, and just how much everybody loves him. I mean, everybody likes that guy. He's just a good dude. And so I was so happy for him last night. And I was talking to my old man this morning about it, and it's just, you like to see the good guys do well. There's so many clowns in professional sports that are really good and they win a lot, and it kind of like it is what it is. They're good, and you know, you tip your hat to them because they're good and whatever. But he's just one of the good guys. It's nice to see the good guys finish first.
Bryan Kehl is with us on BYU Sports Nation, a good guy in his own right. Bryan, what's the Super Bowl party like at your house or wherever you were?
So I always go to my parents' house, and there's lots of people. So there's 9 kids in my family, and I don't know how many grandkids there are now. There's lots. We're in the 30s. And so there was a huge group over there. At one point in time, I was in the other room watching it all by myself, and one of my sisters-in-law came in, and she's like, "Why are you in here alone?" And I was like, "There's too loud in there."
Yes.
Yep.
So there's lots of people.
It's
loud. I'm getting old. I want to listen to the game. I hate when it's like third down and someone's trying to talk to me, and like, no, wait for a timeout. Like, wait for a commercial.
Timing matters.
I'm trying to watch this. And so anyway, I was watching in there, and then later I had gone back in the main room where everybody was, and that same sister-in-law, she's like, "Oh, you're back." And I was like, "Well, the food's in here, so I'm not going to go hungry." So, you know, you kind of have to, you know, go both sides. You need to watch the game, but you also got to eat.
The party I was at, it was perfect at my friend Justin's house. We had the serious watchers downstairs where the volume was loud. We could talk, but the focus was on the game. And even during commercials, it was like, okay, this might be a commercial that we're watching actively, which is 80% for me. But yeah,
Yes.
it was a good time. Let's talk about the Big 12 schedule. It seems really nice. Like, I'm not sure how much better it could be for BYU in year one. You have Texas and Oklahoma on there, kind of ease into it with Kansas and Cincinnati. Certainly tough games, but not like right out of the gate playing the top 3 teams or whatnot. What do you think of the Big 12 schedule for BYU in its first year in the league?
Yeah, I love it, man. And it's just, it's one of those things. It's like you got to pinch yourself. We've been hoping and dreaming for this for so long. And it's only here. It's so cool. And you look at that schedule, and it's just so different than what we've seen every year of our existence. We start off with our non-conference, and then after that, it's like one game after the next, and it's just cool. It's been such a long time coming, and as a former player, I'm just jealous. I would kill for that schedule. So I'm jealous of these guys. I look forward to it, and I just can't wait.
Bryan, what's a realistic expectation for wins and losses for this BYU squad, who does bring in Keaton Slovis at quarterback and Aiden Robbins at running back, the transfer from UNLV, and an experienced offensive line of sorts, not to mention some pass catching options, and then they've made huge changes to the defensive staff. So all that said, with so much movement in place and so many changes, and now the Big 12 schedule, what's a realistic expectation for wins and losses?
Well, I knew you were going to ask that question. So before we got on, I went through and I counted kind of the games that I kind of, the ones that I expect us to win, like first 2, obviously. And then after that, just kind of the games that we should win. And I came to 7 is kind of where I got at, was like, I think 7 of those games I expect us to win. And so, we should win 7. If we can get into 8 or 9, now that to me is like, wow, we've overachieved. And obviously anything better than that is a fantastic season. If we're less than 7, in my opinion, I think we've underachieved and we've underperformed. So that's where I see it.
Yeah, we could easily walk into the Big 12 and not make a bowl game. Like, it's going to be tough. We could easily walk in and feel like, hey, we got 7, and maybe that looks like 4 and 5, 5 and 4 in the league. I would take either of those numbers probably going into the Big 12. We'll see. But the big question that we've saved for last for you is, will you be playing in the Alumni game on March 31st to somehow equal or top your performance from last year's historic event?
I hope to. To answer I'm a little disappointed that I wasn't Jack DeMooney's first phone call. So I don't know if Jack is listening right now, and if he is, what's the deal, man? Come on. I actually talked to Austin Collie the other day about something completely unrelated. And then after we got done talking about that, he's like, hey, are you playing in the Alumni game? And I said, I haven't been called yet. And he's like, Jack just called me yesterday. And I was like, well, I don't know if he lost my number or what, but you think the star of the game would be the first call, but I guess not. I don't know.
Many are called, but few are chosen.
Yeah, I don't know if I made the cut this year, but to answer your question, I would love to play. And I've been looking forward to it. I had a ball last year. It was so fun.
That was awesome.
I'm just going to go ahead and invite you.
Yeah, you're invited.
I'm not the one to invite, but you're invited,
yeah,
Bryan.
Yeah.
Just show up. Yeah.
You're good.
I like that. I'll just show up.
Hey, great stuff, man. We appreciate the insights into the Super Bowl and the Big 12, and we look forward to seeing you at the Alumni game for Part 2. We don't know what to expect. It's going to be tough to beat Part 1.
How could it?
Encore. The crowd needs it. They deserve it. Here we come. Encore.
You got it. Thanks, Bryan.
Thank you.
Bryan Kehl on BYU Sports Nation, alumni.